What's going on YouTube? In this video, I'm going to be going over the best business to start as a beginner in 2024. This is for people that just want to start making money online. They don't have a ton of experience. The more experience you have, the more you can get paid per hour. So some of these business models that I'm going to be showing in this video are best for newbies. People that just want to start making their first dollars online. They're not looking for something complicated. These are the easiest that I've found, and I recommend that you start going forward. Before we dive in really quick, if you're looking for a free training to get you to your first client as an email copywriter, inbound closer, or appointment setter, I recommend you go check out the free training below. Also, if you potentially want to work with me and my team to get you your first client, you can book a free call below, and me or one of my team members will meet with you and give you all the details on how our program works to see if it'd be a good fit for you. And then also too, you can get into our free community below in the Facebook group where you can learn some stuff you aren't going to learn here, as well as network with other people that also want to make money as copywriters, closers, and setters. All right, so let's dive right in. We're going to be going over first the business models you want to avoid at all cost. And when I mean at all cost, I mean it, because I see so many new beginners online starting business models that are terrible. And I'm going to give you the reasons why they're terrible for new entrepreneurs. Now, they do have some pros to them, right? There are some good things about them, but starting out, you want to avoid them. Later on, you can mess around with them, but not starting out. I don't recommend you start out with these business types. So number one, you're going to have e-commerce. So this is selling physical items, whether you own the item or not. Now, the first con of starting an e-commerce business is that, I got some notes over here, you're going to have low margins. So, you make a sale, you're not making anywhere near 100% profit. You got to have the cost of the good. If it's not your good and you're drop shipping, the margins are even lower. You got to deal with fulfillment costs. If you're selling on Amazon with FBA, maybe you're building it out of your garage. The margins are just not there. Go look up any YouTuber that's talking about e-commerce. If they're honest, they're going to tell you that the margin, like I was watching a video recently of a guy who sells e-commerce goods. He does like $1 million a year, but he only makes 10% profit when it's all done. And if he pays all of his employees and all that, 10%, 6 figures. $1 million in sales, he only made 6 figures. So low margins. The next one would be, it's tedious. So you're going to have physical, like I was saying. If it's a physical item, you've got to make it. You got to ship it to your warehouse. Whatever you're doing with the physical item, you got to do a bunch of stuff, a lot of steps. If it's non-physical, so you're like drop shipping it, the con with that is the margins are just super low. And then you're going to have to hire help pretty quick because there's just so many orders that come in every day. Since the margins are so small and the order volume is so high, you will need to hire help quick. And that's what a lot of you I know are trying to avoid. And I don't blame you. You're just trying to make some money online. You don't want to be hiring people all of a sudden, regardless if they're independent contractors or they're employees. That's the last thing you wanted to do when you got into online business, was start hiring people. The next business model is going to be affiliate marketing. And I talk about this a decent amount on this channel. The first con is going to be it's difficult to promote because it's not your own product. So this is pretty self-explanatory. Since it's not even your product, you don't even know really what's going on in the product. A lot of these info products are for affiliate marketing. You don't even know what they're doing in that product. You don't know how they're promoting it on the back end. Because you're not really usually people that are in affiliate marketing aren't actually buying the stuff that they're promoting. They're just promoting it. So you don't even know what's going on. You're not even going to feel sold on the product yourself because you don't even use it. You're going to feel guilty promoting it because you don't even use it because it's not your own. The next one, not full commission. You'll be lucky to get 75% commission. Lucky. So you're going to have to do all the promoting just to make 50%, 25%. It completely depends on the niche, the product. There's so many different ways affiliate marketing is done. You got CPA marketing, cost per action. You got to get approved with the CPA networks, and there's gazillions of them. You got just regular old affiliate marketing where you promote usually info products from ClickBank. You've got affiliate marketing where you promote, clothing. You can promote physical items. Either way, you're not getting paid the full amount. You're going to do all that work. You're going to have to create your own brand. You're going to have to do something. You're going to have to basically put the same amount of effort in creating your own brand that you would do for affiliate marketing. Notice how the majority of the big names you follow aren't affiliate marketers. People at the top are not doing this stuff. They're creating their own products and they're selling for 100% commission. No control if owner changes products. So again, if you're promoting this product all the time, right, and you've got all your funnels systemized, you got your traffic rolling in, and the product owner decides one day to just shut off the product, you're done. You have all your funnels built for it. You have all of your traffic engaged for that specific type of product. You have to go find a very similar product, and you got to hope that it exists. And they probably do, but you're still going to have to do a lot of fixing because it is a new product. You have no control. You can wake up one day, the product's gone, the product's completely different. You have no control. The next one is pretty famous. Everybody knows about it. Trading. Whether you're doing stock market trading, you're doing Forex, you're doing crypto, whatever it is that you're staring at a chart all day. Number one, it takes years to learn. Now, keep in mind, I'm showing you all the negative stuff. There are pros to some of these business models, but I'm not diving into the pros in this video. I'm talking about the cons and why they're not really good for a new beginner in the online space. Later on, you can fool around with them, but right now, I don't recommend you do it. Trading takes years to learn. You're not, go watch any trader that puts out content. They'll tell you it takes them years to learn this stuff. They'll do tons of bad trades just to make one good trade. You have to learn so much. You're better off, honestly, just giving your money to a trader that's already learned it, and or taking calls from call groups. You're better off doing that. That's just almost equivalent to investing, but you don't want to be learning that stuff when you're starting out. You're just trying to make some money. You don't have time to be sitting there studying charts, which leads me to the second point. It takes a ton of money to start making money. So let's just say you learn how to be a master trader. You actually spent the time, you spent the years it takes to learn how to trade and study all the patterns and the trial and error, and you finally learn it all. And you're the top 3% of the world. The top traders that are trading every day take everyone else's money. So imagine this, there's 100 people that approach the markets every day. Obviously there's more than that, but let's just say 100 people. Tiny fraction of those 100 people take all the majority of that group's money. And that tiny fraction of people walk away with all the money, crushing it. And that big group of people, let's just say, for example, 97 people, are going back to their 9 to 5. Right? Imagine you actually achieved that goal after years of suffering. Years. Just to achieve that top level trading skill set. Now, you need enough money to even make it worth your time. If you approach the markets with $1,000, so what you make, I'm not even 100% sure what kind of percentages they're doing per month, but I've heard tons of different numbers. Let's just say a really good trader makes 20% a month on the money. Okay, so $1,000 they have in their pocket from their 9 to 5, and they make $200 a month. At the end of the year, that's $2,400. That is nothing. So you need a ton of money to make it worth your time. And even if, let's just say you had $100,000 to invest and play with, and you make 20% a month, you're still only at $20,000 a month, which is really good, but just remember what you had to go through to get to that point. You had to spend years to get good at trading, first of all. Then you had to have $100,000 to your name that you can't even touch that money. It's got to be in the trading account. See where I'm going with this? It's a complete nightmare for beginners, and it looks cool when you're starting out online, all the videos, and the top guys that know how to trade, they've already made it. The very tiny fraction of people that actually made it in trading are all flashy now, showing their success to the 99% of people. The odds of you getting into that sliver, that gap, is years. Now, there are ways you can get, funded. You pay, you have to pass an exam, and then they'll give you a bunch of money to trade with, and then you keep a percentage like 75, 80%. There is that route you can go. Obviously, you should be, if you're going to be trading, you should go that route. Unless you have a ton of money already saved up, you can play with it on your own and take 100%. But if you don't have a lot of money, you need to learn how to trade. Then you got to get the funding, and you got to make sure you pass the exam, all that. It's just a nightmare when you're just trying to get money. Now, maybe after you've made a bunch of money and you're chilling, you're working remote, you don't got to drive to work every day, you have more time during the day, you're not stressing yourself out with the boss, then you can start messing around in that cool stuff like investing and passive income flows. Number 3, frankly, it's boring. I can only imagine staring at charts all day. It's going to get boring real quick. It's the only thing you're looking at all day long is charts. Not a lot of different things going on. Just staring at a chart all day will get boring. But that's not a huge negative. I mean, every business on the planet, every job is going to have levels of boring to it. Let's be real. The 4th, it's going to be brand. So what I mean by brand is starting an actual brand. Putting yourself out there. And the majority of people that watch my stuff, I know for a fact, don't want to do that. And I don't blame you. You just want to make some money online. You're not trying to go put your face everywhere. So that's the number one. That is one of the cons. Show your face. You have to be willing to do that. Number 2, you will have more responsibility. So if you're having your own brand, you've got to do everything. You got to make your own product. You got to get your own traffic. You got to build all your funnels. You got to collect payment. You got to keep the flywheel rolling. There's a lot more responsibility. You start your own brand. And by the way, at the end of this video, we're going to be getting into the business you should actually get involved with, which basically is a great middle ground for all these cons that we're showing here. The best middle ground that I've seen, at least. Slow scaling. Starting your own brand takes a long time to scale. Because again, you have to do all the trial and error yourself. You're creating your own thing. Takes a long time to scale. That's why you shouldn't be focused on this when you're starting out. Now, last but not least, this is what you should be getting yourself into. This is actually what you should be doing in 2024, which is what I talk about on this channel all the time. Freelancing and sales. Sales being closing and setting. It's all sales. I'm going to dive into why you should get into this over all those other ones. So number 1, it's fast scaling. What do I mean by this? With freelancing, let's look at freelancing. Let's imagine you were writing copy for emails, which is one of the best services to offer as a freelancer because it's easy to learn how to write emails. It's not easy to learn how to write a VSL. It's not easy to learn how to write a webinar. It's not very easy to learn how to write landing pages, even though it can be easy, but landing pages actually take a lot of work. The fonts, the colors, organizing of the landing page. Just imagine an email next to a landing page. You get what I mean. Emails are a lot simpler, just text. A landing page, you got tons of different variables. That's irrelevant though. It's fast scaling. So if you want to bad enough, you can literally just go insane on outreach, nonstop, 16 hours a day, just grinding outreach and grow your income that way. It's directly correlated to how much work you put in. Versus if you were to do a brand, let's say, there are certain bottlenecks, which if you're cold emailing, cold calling, there's really no bottleneck to that. It's just slam the numbers. Hit the numbers and you'll be at a certain income level. That's why it's fast. Like a good example of a bottleneck would be, let's just say for e-commerce, our first one. You're at the mercy of the e-commerce platform. Or if they're running ads, you're at the mercy of the ad platform. They can do what's called velocity checks, account reviews, all this stuff that can slow you down. With freelancing and outreach, nothing can slow you down. You pound the phones, pound the emails, pound the DMs if you want. Also too, if it's for sales, let's say you wanted to close a role or a setting role, you're just pounding out the applications, just applying everywhere. And then you get plugged in and you're already making money within 2 seconds. Once you take your first sales call as a closer, you're essentially already in the money system. You're plugged into the money flow. Number 2, pretty good margins. So you get paid pretty well for these services. It's better than doing e-commerce. Maybe not as good as owning the actual product, but it's pretty good. It beats working a 9 to 5. Plus you have a lot more potential. The 9 to 5 won't necessarily let you have. I mean, you can grow in a 9 to 5 and get better positions, all that, but again, you don't even have freedom in the 9 to 5. With this, you're fully free. You can scale to the moon if you want, and you can grow your income as much as you want. You can, in the margins, you can decide what margins you have. Maybe you don't want to have a small margin, so you don't work with a client because they're not willing to pay that margin you want. There's always another business around the corner that will pay you what you want. You just have to do the volume. So what you'll notice when you start doing these services is you don't have nearly as much responsibility as, let's just say, a brand. You're just in the shadows. All you are required to do is write your emails. Whether you do it on time or you wait to the last second, it doesn't matter. As long as the emails are done, that's all the clients care about. If you're a closer, all they want you to do, all they care about is you getting on the phone call when the time is right. If you're a setter, all they care about is, are you DMing people every day? Are you cold calling people every day? Now that might seem like a lot of work, and it is, but it's actually a lot less responsibility than if you own some big company. Just stick to your one job every day and do it fully remote, and you can do it from wherever in the world. You don't have a lot, it's not actually a lot of responsibility. This one's great. It's quick to learn the services. If you were to be a freelancer, it doesn't take very long to learn how to write marketing emails. They're pretty easy. If you're a closer, you only got to learn one script. If you're a setter, you only got to learn like one or two scripts. It's easy. Versus starting a brand. You got to learn all the pieces to everything, the whole business. This is just one piece. So it's quick to learn. All you need for this, you don't need money like over in trading. All you need is courage, outreach, and start doing the grunt work that your client does not want to do. So it takes zero money to start. I mean, a little bit to get your business off the ground. Always, you're going to have to spend a little bit of money, maybe for a website, small softwares, but nothing big. Nothing like a brand or trading. E-commerce, too, takes a lot of money. You got to invest in the actual physical goods. And the last one, you don't need to hire for a long time. The margins are good enough where you can make a solid income by yourself. You don't got to be immediately resorting for help because there's a huge volume of orders. It's great for people that don't really want to go big, but they don't want to be too small, right? I generally look at affiliate marketing as a small-time business because, again, you're promoting someone else's goods. Usually, most affiliate marketers out there don't make a lot of money. It's just a side project to them. So at least you're better than that, but you're not so big that you got to hire, a brand, all that. It's just you for a while, and you can start making a good, solid income. It'll change your life, and then later on, you can decide how big you want to grow it. So I hope you found some value in this video. Again, recommend you watch that free training to grab your first client so you can actually finally start making money online. Also, highly recommend you book that free call below to chat with me or one of my team members about potentially enrolling into our hybrid freelance machine mentorship program, where we literally handhold you for 6 whole months. Currently, this is how it works. 6 whole months. Do you need 6 months to start making money? Hell no. But you have that available to you if you need it. And then last but not least, if you want to join your tribe, recommend you get into that free Facebook group below, and you can learn some stuff that you're not going to learn on YouTube over there.